Hi, I'm David Lowe. In your own situation with abusive or perhaps addictive behavior and or substance use, the issue will come up at some point. Is this tendency serious enough for me to consider a problem? Only you can decide. That may be hard to do if your means and circumstances allow you to easily support a habit. You just have to assess how much this tendency impacts your life in a negative way. I would make an extensive list of pros and cons concerning the idea of abstinence. Stopping altogether. So-called controlled use theories, in which you merely cut back on your problem behaviors or substance use, do not work. They really don't. Evidence tells us the vast majority of the time you've got to stop completely. About 1 out of 10 people is congenitally predisposed to be more susceptible to addiction than most of us. There's no arguing that. It's a fact. If you fall into that category, the idea of a lifestyle in which you can use sparingly is really not going to be an option for you. So what about this stopping altogether? To better explore these pros and cons, I would say look at the following 5 areas of your life: work, family and friends, leisure, physical health, and mental and spiritual health. So what about work? How often do you find yourself being absent or late or making excuses? And how does that compare to the situation 6 months or 2 years ago before all this started? Okay? Same thing with leisure. How much is your average day spent either engaging your habit or doing everything necessary to acquire and use your substance and or perform your behavior? Was there a time when you used to enjoy doing other things a lot more than you do now? Physical health? For most users and abusers, especially if you're younger, that's not really a big issue. Mental and spiritual health, however, almost always is. How much do you experience shame, depression, guilt, regrets, self-loathing, depression, connected with your habit? Make a scale out of it, 1 to 10. 1, not at all. 10, ready for suicide. Okay? And in connection with, so where do you fall on that scale? And in connection with that, can you talk to anyone about it? Right? Or do you isolate? If you find yourself feeling lonely and being unwilling to talk about it with anyone, then of course you have a problem already. No matter how little or how infrequently you use your problem substances or you engage in your problem behaviors.